The following contest is scheduled for one fall into insert, making their way to the ring. The tag team combination of Sakai and Ningen Damashi. Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League, and we're starting off tonight with tag team action to preview our Intercontinental Championship main event. Chiba Akagi, the Scion of Submission, makes his fifth and final title defense against Ganba Hisshi, who is furious about the result of the Grand Championship match last week. Now, if you've been paying attention on the YouTube channel, there was an announcement earlier this week that will be significant tonight and potentially going forward on all episodes of AWL Hontai. But for right now, let's welcome our special guest. As their opponents representing Shihon Wrestler, the tag team combination of Bad Dude Tito and the reigning NJPW World Television Champion, the frontman, Sakai Jr. Here they are, ZSJ coming off a not completely successful, but certainly a noticeable run in the G1 Climax tournament, proving he is grade 1 in professional wrestling, making it to the Elite 8. And teaming up with Bad Dude Tito, they are 2-1 in AWL competition, and it's going to be the front man versus the big man, starting us off. And our brand new official, making her AWL debut tonight. Again, as you saw in our news announcement earlier this week, Shinichiro Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family was found non-responsive. Hang on, I'll wait for the crowd to die down a bit here. Was found non-responsive in his hotel room the night after last week's AWL Hontai event. We have a medical update for you. He was taken to a local medical facility. He is stable, and he looks to make a full recovery, but he will not be refereeing any matches for the AWL anytime soon. We hope to have him back by the end of the season, but honestly, at this point, it's touch and go on that. We will await medical clearance from Dr. Marcus Feelgood and the AWL medical staff. So we have a brand new referee who's going to be refereeing an Intercontinental title match in the main event of her first ever show on the main roster. She is a graduate of the AWL dojo and is, of course, from the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. I swear, one of these days we'll hire a non-Baba Ganoush as a referee, but, it's not today. Nepotism. Zack Sabre Jr. right now out wrestling Satoshi Tobu, but now it's the big meaty men slapping meat. How is wrestling not the most homoerotic entertainment form in the world? I have no idea. Bad Dude Tito, by far and away the powerhouse, at least nowadays, of TMDK, ever since Jonah returned to WWE. Huge power slam, however, by Satoshi Tobu. Bad Dude Tito is 2-1 in AWL competition, and Ike Mentaro now coming into the ring. You notice Ike Mentaro wearing a mask over his face. In a match with Somba no Yaiba last week, we saw Ike Mentaro bleed from the face, and he has refused to go barefaced until that injury is completely and permanently healed. Damage to the visage of the beautiful boy, the master of the fashionable arts. I can understand that sort of reaction. So right now, Ike Mentaro mixing it up with Zack Sabre Jr. goes around the world with a beautiful code red, or a code blue and yellow, I think, actually, in this case. Zack Sabre Jr. cannot possibly be at 100%. The G1 Climax, as everybody knows, the most grueling tournament in the Animated Wrestling League. But he's still ZSJ, he's still the front man, and he's still 11-6 in the AWL. And of course, he is the first NJPW World Television Champion. Going up, down, around, into the cover. No, the crowd going absolutely banana tonight. Desperation tag made back to Bad Dude Tito, and yeah, ZSJ does not have the endurance I would normally expect from him in this sort of a match. Chalk that up to the G1. Great back step, great side step, great defensive posture by Ikementaro as he tags back in the big man, Satoshi Tobu, the deathmatch veteran. Like I said, big, meaty men slapping meat into the cover here. Wait a minute. A little subterfuge, a little skullduggery by Satoshi Tobu. And that's just the way TMDK like it. I don't think they're going to have a problem with that. They're not going to be making any arguments, any negative complaints to the commissioner's office. We got a bunch of action for you later tonight. We've got our Intercontinental main event. We have a rematch to the rematch of the match between Wakazaki Ai and Shinda Akako tonight. There must be a winner. There will be no third time limit draw between those two. We've got tag team action in the Joshi division. We have got a whole bunch more coming to you as Usa-chan makes her final match in the Animated Wrestling League Hontai branch. Her transfer over to Canada has been approved by the commissioner, and we will be saying goodbye to her tonight. She faces her oldest rival. 5 minutes. 5 minutes past. She faces her oldest rival, Akira Merune, one-on-one this evening. And we've got a big trios match previewing the next AWL Grand Championship contest. And right now, boom! DDT spiking on the top of the crown. And the AWL fans going bonkers for great tag team wrestling. And when you've got Zack Sabre Jr. in the ring, you know you're going to have a great match no matter what. He is a wrestling style unto himself. He will be the benchmark for British-style technical wrestling for the next 30 years. I am absolutely certain of that. Going up, vertical, perfect plex. Doesn't hold it. Now Zack hasn't really been going for the tie-up here. He hasn't really been going for the submission. Not his usual style. And as a result, I think he's been taking a lot more damage than he normally would in a contest like this. Tag made. Satoshi Tobu in. Referee watching, making sure that things stay above board and above the belt. DDT. And he's big enough to do the DDT properly. So we're looking for something big here. Oh, hang on. Backbreaker. And the referee is calling that, saying Zack Sabre Jr. was not intelligently defending himself. That is a TKO. Satoshi Tobu showing his power all through that match. Ikementaro, no slouch. But check this out. Yeah, Zack was not defending. The human soul on display in the Animated Wrestling League. We continue in our tag team division, this time over on the Joshi side of the ledger, Yin and Yang versus the Warriors of Lightning. The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from the human fighting league, the original tag team, Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang making their way to the ring, and you'll notice we have actually invested in a few new entrance videos for our wrestlers, since we're not going to completely fill up the hard drive on that this season, I don't think. So you'll see a few more of those as we go through the next couple of weeks. Yin and Yang, the most recent challengers for the Joshi Tag Team titles, looking to rebound from that loss against the Augments and make their way back into title contention. They want to be the ones to break tag team supremacy, although they will have to actually root for the Augments in that case, because both sets of tag team titles will be defended this Friday at AWL Strong and Free. We can officially announce that now. So big things happening in the Joshi division, and here come the little speed demons.
And their opponent, introducing first, making her way to the ring, from Mexico City, Mexico, the second generation Warrior of Light, Majiku 2.
The Family Legacy, looking to climb back to the top of the Animated Wrestling League this season. And tag team victory over the original tag team would go a long way to making that happen.
And her partner, making her way to the ring, from the heavens, the Lightning Princess, Together they are the Warriors of Lightning.
Warriors of Lightning looking to find their second tag team win this season. Get back up to even Steven on the win-loss records for the tag team division. However, in the individual brackets, Kaminari Hime needs a win, so does Majiku 2. Majiku 2 currently in the danger zone. She needs to start racking up wins or she's going to be in Botsumania in just 7 weeks' time. Botsumania, of course, the career-threatening match at every season finale. Bang a gong, we are on tag team action, and Yin, interesting, with a gut-busting shoulder breaker. That's an interesting maneuver. Damaging your own knees to drive your shoulder into the stomach of your opponent. Not entirely sure that's a wise maneuver. Of course, under her ring gear, Yin is wearing the mandatory knee pads that we require of all AWL wrestlers, barring special dispensations. Nobody in this match has half and half suplex, using that lower height, using that lower center of gravity to get the leverage position for that suplex. Good, intelligent wrestling, good lucha by Majiku 2, and showing exactly where she comes from, the daughter of the original Majiku, the longest reigning champion of any division, 613 days in the old light heavyweight division. Drop kick, removing Yang from the picture, and this is great tag team strategy, cutting the ring off more than just thinking about that neutral corner diagonal. Tag Kogeki blocked, but Lightning Princess still in with a cheap shot, and another half and half suplex. And notice the rotation there, the fact that it's a half Nelson rotates the opponent on the fly so they don't land flat. That does a lot more damage when you can't spread the impact out across a wide area of your body. The Speed Demon with a 1, and only a 1, this early in the match. Yin and Yang are fighting to get back into title contention. The Warriors of Lightning are fighting, frankly, for their careers at this point. Two relatively young AWL wrestlers versus Season 0 originals. This match a clash of the wrestling generations, and the Lightning Princess moves with lightning speed. And she's going straight up to the top rope, realizes the tag was made, abandons the tactic. Oh, goes for another DDT, gets blocked by the warrior from the dark side of the human psyche. Spin kick. Our new referee watching all the tags. So far she's gotten everything right, no problem there. Back elbow strike. And another tag on the Yin and Yang side. A couple of hard right hands. Into the corner, into the wrong corner. A blind tag might have been a good strategy there, but not going with it. Wait a minute, what is this? Up, down, around, going for that tornado DDT a second time, and she nails it. Mashiku might be wise to go for a tag Gogeki here, and I think she's going to, but Yin not going to allow it, not at this juncture, with just under 12 minutes on the clock, 15-minute time limit. Oh, sneaks out of the Alabama Slam. Oh, nasty kick right to the back of the head, as Yin has to drop down to regain her breath and to hopefully break the momentum, but it's not working. What is this going to be? Orb of Light flatliner. She has found so many variations of her father's Orb of Light technique. It's just impressive. The Warrior of Light, that legacy of luminosity. As Lightning Princess goes up, she wants something big. She wants her opponent standing. What's going to be the axe handle smash? Simple but effective. Into the cover. And interesting, the referee a little bit late on starting the count there, though it would definitely not have been a 3. So really no harm, no foul. You don't get points for 1 or 2 count. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It does not count in professional wrestling. Round and round and round we go. Lightning Hime. Lightning Princess coming out of Hime decides where she goes. Coming up a little bit later tonight, it's our last 2-on-2 tag team match. We got a big trios match. It's going to be the Unified School of the Tiger Style versus all of Yokai Butai. But up next, Usa-chan's final match in AWL Hontai, as she faces off with the mistress of 1,000 holds, Akira Merune, before taking on the best of 7 series with her future on the line in more ways than one. We'll talk more about that when we get to it, as we're about to hit the 1/3 point of this time limit. Oh, look at that! Almost defying gravity with that drop kick. She's hung in the air. Absolutely beautiful. The tag is made.
5分経過、5minutes passed.
Oh, and a beautiful, beautiful moonsault from the trained from the cradle luchadora. And notice how she puts herself between yin and yang. Standing star. Going for that same drop kick. And Yin has nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the 2nd generation Warrior of Light. Irish whip into the neutral corner. It's all about the win-loss rankings here, ladies and gentlemen. There are not enough, in my opinion, not enough Joshi tag teams in the AWL, certainly not here in Hontai. We're always looking for new talent, by the way. If you can think of any Japanese female wrestlers that we need to look into hiring, let me know. Tag made to the Warrior of the Dome! Kaminari Hime goes flying. Bit of a receipt, but Jumon, the family technique, the family submission. Jumon casting the Spella La Mistica. But Yang able to roll out of it even as Yin comes up for the defense. With 8.5 minutes on the clock approximately. As you should know by now, in the event of a time limit draw, it's a push. Nobody wins, nobody loses. Oh man, Yin is out on her feet, going around. Thundercracker! Thundercracker, lightning strikes. There's a power that comes from deep inside of you. Anybody else remember that show? Didn't think so. Going up. Oh, look at that. Oh, swing and a miss. Kaminari Hime tries to bring down the lightning. Yin and Yang, ephemeral gladiatorial combat on the outside. 20 count has begun. Now this is not a title match. There's no advantage to either team. That means a count out does mean a win and a loss. Gonna try and go around. Of course, everything's so much more dangerous on the floor. Those mats, not there to provide protection. They're mainly there for cosmetics. They're there to look good on YouTube. Stunner! Swing and a miss with that spear, going up, going around. One more time, disorienting Yin. And notice how Yin immediately rolls to her stomach. That is a veteran move from a professional wrestler. You do not want to spend any time on your back, even if you know your opponent is not covering you. Even if you can't feel the weight of your opponent on your own body, you know, oh shit, I can sense that my back is down, I'm getting up. I'm rolling over, I'm getting the shoulder off the canvas no matter what. Veteran instinct. Tag made to Yang. And I think Yin needs to try and stay out of the ring for a little while here. Going up, going down. Can she lock on? Yes, those feet locking on like magnets. To that helicopter head scissors. But not enough to pick up the win. And we're about I think we're over halfway through. Yes, we are. We're over halfway through the time limit now. Kaminari Hime and Majiku desperate to pick up any kind of a victory. Majiku 2 is at 3-11 in the AWL win-loss records. But, oh, look at that! Off the top rope, the 630 elbow. And again, Thundercracker! The Thundercracker going into the cover one, but just too close to the enemy corner. Emily Nagasaki, the second worst win-loss record in AWL Hontai, is at -5. Majiku 2 is at -8. That means she would need approximately 4 wins the remainder of this season without a loss in order to guarantee safety, or she would need to acquire a championship. And given the dominant reign of the undefeated Amy Wade, true Toronto star, I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, the tag team titles are probably the Warriors of Lightning's best bet here. And look at that, she's gone to that same move about 75 times, and it keeps working for her. It gets her the covers, it disorients the opponent, and it drops into the mat. What more can you ask for in professional wrestling?
5 minutes. 5 minutes tops.
There's the tag. Majiku gonna look to finish this off with the Endless Light, the Jumon. Something original we have never seen before, perhaps. What do we have here? Up! Oh, Gutbuster! I thought we were gonna go for like a Made in Japan style move there. About 4.5 left. We're coming down to crunch time here, ladies and gentlemen. Tag Kogeki, what are we gonna see? Double flapjack. Up and down. I'd call them twins, but they're a hell of a lot closer than that. Yin and Yang, two halves of the same whole. The ultimate example of tag team excellence in professional wrestling. The only women to ever have held the world's tag team titles. Back when we were still allowed to legally do intergender wrestling. Before the Tokyo Athletic Commission decided to, poke their noses in. Ooh, that is nasty. Majiku 2, I think she would go for a count out here, but with only 6, I don't think it's going to happen. There's a tag made. Did the referee see it? We'll find out in a moment. Oh, spear! Taking Yin off the board as the Lightning Princess ready to strike. Yang takes a moment to examine the situation. Oh, look at that! Tope Suicida! As soon as Yang had her back turned. I don't know if Yang was aware of the tag there, but she sure as hell is now. Come on, now would be a good time to hit that Thundercracker or a good old-fashioned DDT. I'll take that as well. Oh, beautiful Hurricane Rod. Crunch time, and everybody knows it. So far, Yin and Yang, the only ones able to successfully hit a tag Kogeki in this match. That difference could prove significant. That could prove to be a turning point here. Look at this, up. The strength of Yin dropping the Lightning Princess right on her butt. And now, wait a minute, choke bomb. Not often you see Yin going for these kind of power moves, but now looking for no, I thought he was going for a crab, looking for a giant swing. Taking advantage of a rare weight advantage. No tag, says the referee. Here we go, Isatsuwaza, duality driver! Duality driver, but right next to the enemy corner, the cover broken immediately.
2 minutes left.
Oh, and there goes Majiku coming on to Hime, still your legal combatant, along with the warrior of the light side, Yin. With approximately 100 seconds on the clock. The knee drops right across the arm. That's going to take away the Thundercracker. One more tag. Kogeki could do it. We're going to see. Is it going to be the Psyche Slam? No, it's not. Oh, continuing to target the arm. And holy shit! Please tell me you saw that. An absolute cold cock knockout spin kick by Yang, absolutely hitting the off button on Kaminari Hime. Let's see, do we actually have the kick? I don't think we actually have the kick. It's going to be right after that move.
Here are your winners.
Yang proving a stone cold knockout artist with that amazing kick right to the head. Usa-chan is on her way to Canada, so we're going to send her off right with a classic rivalry, dating back to the origin of the Joshi division. Oh look, she brought a friend.
Is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making her way to the ring, accompanied by Shiba, the mistress of 1,000 holes, Akira Merune.
While Dominant Submission is still trying to find their feet as a tag team, I will say that Akira Merune is still the #1 woman in all of AWL Hontai. 61 wins, 27 losses, and the next closest female competitor in this side of the Animated Wrestling League, well, it's Usa-chan. Her opponent tonight. This could be the final match between these two, although that woman is going to be a significant factor. I can imagine from the outside, the referee, our new referee, will have to be watching that carefully. Here we go. Usa-chan, ready to rock for the final time.
Making her way to the ring from the Warren, making her final AWL Hontai appearance, Usa-chan.
Came to the AWL at the very beginning of the Joshi division, blows a kiss to her girlfriend, Betty Bubbles, who we know is going to be watching. Betty Bubbles' career, her AWL contract, or a new AWL contract for her, that's the stakes of the Best of 7 series with Wild Thing over in Canada. However, if Usa-chan loses that, the Bunny Girl will be forced to join Monster Union. I don't call her a monster, but God only knows what the manipulator would do with an asset like Usa-chan. 32 and 23 in her career. #2, wait a minute, going up, going down, going around and hitting the DDT, not the full Usagi DDT, but an incredible opening salvo. An amazing tachiai from Usa-chan, starting us off in this 10-minute time limit bout. These two, again, they go back to the very beginning of the Joshi division. These two were both participants, along with Wild Thing and Dragoness, in the 4-way ladder match to crown the first ever AWL Joshi champion. It was Akira Merune back there who won that match, became the first champion. And part of that is due to a mistake by Usa-chan. She was late on a top rope move to knock over the ladder, and that is what gave, just barely, just by seconds, gave Akira Merune the time that she needed to reach up and unhook that championship belt, the red leather of the Joshi division. And wait a minute, hammer and tongs now, and going into a brutalizer. Shades of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is a dentist. I know, I made so many jokes about Britt Baker before she grew a personality. Up and down, springboard drop kick. Usa-chan has grown so much as a competitor. She has improved to an incredible degree, and there you see Shinda Akako with the distraction, giving Akira Merune the opportunity, and she's changed a lot. She used to be the straight-up technico, but she's embraced the dark side, embraced the violence inherent in submission wrestling. It's not about, for her, it's not about an increase of skill. It's not about outwitting or out-wrestling your opponent. It's about hurting them. It's about stretching them to and past the breaking point. Usa-chan, while everybody underestimates the Pink Bunny Girl, she fights for true love. There can be no greater cause, as Inigo Montoya once said to Miracle Max. Back to that brutalizer. Notice how she's grapevine one of the legs to reduce the options as far as rolling out or rolling into that brutalizer. And now, never let this woman get your legs. She's going to the inverted figure 4. No way to reverse that, no way to roll it and reverse the pressure. You have to basically do a push-up, damn near breaking your own legs to do it. And of course, Usa-chan, a rabbit-style professional wrestler, lots of leaps, lots of dives, lots of kicks, lots of leg power. And again, Shinda Akako making her presence known on the outside. But there's a great back heel spin kick. We've already seen tonight how deadly a spin kick can be in the AWL. And I would say Usa-chan has stronger legs than Yang. Going up, going for the good old-fashioned bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. As I pop my peas, as Usa-chan goes into the cover for the 1, 2, pop your pea to get the 3. It's the bunny hop. Just didn't quite work that time. Usa-chan looking for the Usagi DDT. Is she going to get it? She's going to try it. Going up. Usagi DDT. He's stuck over. Usa-chan looking for her 33rd career victory over the best female wrestler in the world. Women's wrestling indeed, ladies and gentlemen, here in these jam-packed, sold-out, super no vacancy AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. 6 minutes on the clock, and over the top rope. You will believe a rabbit can fly. God, I love wrestling. Oh, wait a minute, I think she grabbed her by the ears. That is not fair. That is not kosher. And now she's trying to step. Oh, God, she got her feet on the ears. Oh, God, that's going to be so painful. It's like grabbing a member of the colony by the antenna. Collar and elbow tie-up as we return to the squared circle, the 20 by 20 foot AWL ring. And by the way, that's 20 by 20 feet is the ropes. By the way, the apron doesn't count on that. And there's the goozle. Akira Merune, the only wrestler in the world precise enough and with the grip strength necessary to use the goozle as a finish while keeping it a blood choke. She has such perfect control over her fingers when she does that. Oh! Thought she was going to go for another drop kick and said almost a senton. Huge splash coming off the ropes. The big drop down going around. DDT blocked. Oh, swing and a miss on that one. Oh, this is not going to be good. What is it? We've seen her do this before. That gory special into a total submission, a 4-limb submission. But able to break the grip is Usa-chan, and that gave her the leverage to punch her way out of that. Those sort of four-leg submissions are so demoralizing because they force you to verbally tap out. They force you to say, I give, I give. Off of the ropes, the referee's still learning how to stay out of the way of the action. For her own safety, I hope she figures that out quick. Coming into the ring. Centered. Okay, can we get rid of her? Referee's watching. Any physical contact would be a disqualification. Usa-chan wants to win her final AWL Hontai match. She doesn't want to lose it. I don't think she wants to win it on a DQ. Because Shinda Akiko does something stupid, and for the second time, yep, going for that inverted figure 4, locks it on, holds -4. Oh, Usa-chan's got to be careful. Those forearms on the mat, those could be interpreted as a tap out if the referee's not careful. Oh, look at that! Oh, God. All of the leverage. Usa-chan trying to force her way back to a vertical base. She does so, but damage has got to have been done to those legs. I don't know how much oomph was on that drop kick, but she's feeling something now. The bunny hop didn't work, but maybe the bunny hop extreme! Bunny hop extreme! 1, 2, 3, and she's done it! Usa-chan leads AWL Hontai in victory over the greatest female wrestler in the world today, Akira Merune. Check that out. Bunny hop extreme, if she can do that to Wild Thing 4 times, she will be victorious in that best of 7 series. Here's the challenge, celebrating with the Hontai. Hang on. Goodbye, Tokyo. Thanks for everything. Please continue to support me in Canada, and you know we will, Usa-chan. We'll see you on Strong and Free. Champion and Challenger Trios action. Let's get our preview out of the way, folks. The Challengers team making the first appearance.
The following Trios contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from Chiba, the Trios combination of Emerald Dragon, Shuke Kitsune, Tokyo Habuki. Together they are Yokai, Butai.
The Emerald Dragon is the #1 contender to the AWL Grand Championship. We do not know the official date of his challenge as of yet, but he's going to be across the ring from the AWL Grand Champion tonight. And if I know both of these men, this match is going to start with Emerald Dragon versus Black Tiger Justice, because that's just the type of man, the type of men, the type of tiger, the type of dragon that they are. Yokai Butai flying solo tonight, no help from Ultramantis Black, so I'm sure he briefed them beforehand, gave them his sage advice, and they're going to need it going up against the unified School of the Tiger style.
And their opponent, introducing first, he is the reigning and defending and interestingly Grand Champion.
He's not defending, not defending.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little bit of a technical screw-up there. This is not a title match. You cannot defend a singles title in a trios match. Does this look like WCW? Or for that matter, 1990s WWF? No, it doesn't. It looks a whole lot better than both of those. But I can tell you, the Black Tiger Justice is the 26th AWL Grand Champion. He has 9 successful title defenses in this reign, and that puts him 1 off tying the record. The world record, the historical record of 10 title defenses. And he looks to make that against Emerald Dragon. He will then look to go on Against whomever the next challenger may be. Oh yeah, here we go. The Tigers reunited, the student with the championship, facing off, teaming up with his sensei. And there they are.
And his tag team partner. Tag team combination of Tiger and Oscar and the Reina. Showing up the Sakai champion, Tiger 2. Here they are, Tiger all together, they represent the unified school of the Tiger style.
Tiger, you will become a tiger. And these two made a tiger out of Black Tiger Justice. They forged a champion in the crucible of combat. And tonight, they are no longer teacher and student, but they are partners. New rules in effect this season on trios matches, 20-minute time limit, and as I predicted, the champion and challenger for the Grand Championship on the line, in the ring together, going for the snap vertical suplex. Emerald Dragon, the great dodge roll as well, and what is he thinking? He was thinking, Hitabita no elbow. I think he is. Yeah, he's showing off. No, Hitabita no moonsault. The people's moonsault. From the ever-agile, the high-flying powerhouse that we know as the Emerald Dragon, hits the perfect plex, chooses not to hold it for the bridge. That was psychological warfare, ladies and gentlemen, telling the Grand Champion, I can pin you anytime I want to. And I don't know what BTJ was going for there, but he misjudged the distance, he misjudged the position of the Emerald Dragon, fell right on his tail, and Emerald Dragon ready to take advantage, and he's made his mark, he's made his statement. And it's a powerful one. He tags in the white-furred fox, Sakai Kitsune, who now faces off against the greatest professional wrestler to never hold the AWL Grand Championship. Tiger Mask 2, one of only 2 wrestlers in AWL Hontai in the 100-win club, tags out to Tiger the Dark, who 46 and 32 plus 14 in the win-loss ratios. And a quick cover here, but no, that was a kick out. Tiger Mask not even able to come in and break it up in time. I've said for a while now, don't sleep on Tiger the Dark. He is a deceptively skilled professional wrestler. Emerald Dragon with a pump kick. As our brand new official tries to regain some order here. Up, down. Incredible power, the neck breaker as well by the Emerald Dragon. Back to the white-furred fox. Both teams with frequent tags trying to keep each other fresh and try to keep the opponent off balance. And all 3 of these guys have different... Oh, wait a minute. Tag Kogeki. Huge opportunity here. Body slam. What are we doing? Human weapon. The assisted moonsault. The assisted Black Tiger salt. I don't think I've seen them do that particular tag Kogeki before. New weapon in the arsenal, perhaps. Taking a quick look at the tag team win-loss record. Tiger Mask W, they haven't had a lot of chance to compete in 2-on-2 tag action this season. They are 1-1. Collar and elbow tie up there. Looking for a good old-fashioned body slam. No, he's looking for the Darkness Driver. Tiger Mask 2 using his tag team partner's finishing maneuver, the Darkness Driver, before tagging in the Grand Champion. Shokai Kitsune with a plethora of options here, but not if Black Tiger Justice has anything to say about it. What is this going to be? Oof! Tag made to the Emerald Dragon. I'm not... With up, down, DDT, challenger to champion, the #1 contender. Coming out on top at the moment. And he's looking for the Dragonic Driver, I think. The new move that he's been working on the last couple of months, the Dragonic Driver. But he walks right into the Black Tiger Buster! He sucks with the Black Tiger Buster. 1, and he's not going to have Shiroke Kitsune to make the breakup when he challenges for the AWL Grand Championship. Huracan Rana. Back to one-on-one as it should be here. BTJ tags in to the representative of the Golden School of the Tiger style. Tiger feint kick. Oh, does not discombobulate, and another pump kick by the Dragon. Emerald Dragon going up, going around, and the Pele kick. He was one of the greatest high flyers. He was an AWL Grand Champion and a Shogatsu Taikai winner before Ultramantis Black gave him that Amulet of Transmutation. Blocks the Tiger Bomb. He has become so much more since then. 64 wins, 55 losses, plus 9 in the rankings. Oh, Snapdragon! Tiger Mask 2, this match has been all about mind games.
5 minutes.
This has been all about mind games. First, Emerald Dragon coming out with, faux pins. And now we've seen Tiger Mask 2 using Emerald Dragon's own Snapdragon against the great Tanuki, who I believe is legal for the first time right now. Their legal combatants, the great Tanuki and Tiger Mask 2. But you wouldn't know it from looking at what's happening. Sunset Flip Powerbomb to the outside. As the Grand Champion being brought in the hard way. That's the strategy for Yokai Butai here. They want to weaken, they want to soften up the Grand Champion before the title match. Ultramantis Black wants his Yokai, his Spirit Army, to control the AWL Grand Championship, to have that power. That would allow Ultramantis Black, as the manager, under the manager's rule, to travel to AWL Strong and Free with Emerald Dragon as the Grand Champion. The top men's and women's singles and tag team champions in the AWL have the right to float between the brands. They are traveling champions. Though BTJ has spent quite a bit of time in AWL Hontai recently. Dragon Drop, the original finishing maneuver of his original mentor. The man who gave him the sigil he still proudly wears. What is this supposed to be? Kick to the midsection, everybody trying to grab onto everybody else, grab a hold. Good block. The arms up, great boxing style defense. Oh, jumping knee. Shades of Jumbo Tsuruda. Collar and elbow going up. What is this going to be? No! Is it? He cannot possibly. Shades of the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. It's a Paradise Lock! When did Tiger Mask 2 learn the frickin' Paradise Lock? He's a Season 0 original and he's still picking up new tricks. Emerald Dragon, part of the bumper crop of 2015 rookies that have changed the landscape of the AWL forever. Snapdragon to the Dragon! Snapdragon to the Dragon! Bridge broken by the White Furred Fox. Tag is made. In comes Taiga Zadaku. Going for something big. A former #1 contender. A former Intercontinental. And okay, it's officially Snapdragon Day, isn't it? I think everybody's used the Snapdragon this time. And look at that! Changes direction, but wipes out! Last second change of direction, and the wipeout. Dragon Drop number 3! Dragon Drop number 3! To the AWL Grand Champion, Tiger the Dark, your legal Tiger. Emerald Dragon watching the Grand Champion, but he has to keep eyes in the back of his head. They all do in these trios matches. Uh-oh. The steel superstructure of the ring meets the spine of the most recent New Year's Tournament champion. And wait a minute, looking on the outside. Oh! Full rotation on the Spicoli driver. Emerald Dragon losing focus here. He needs to focus on his actual opponent right now. And look at this, grabbing him by the snout. By the boople snoot. Oh, Enzigiri. Your legal fighters right now are Emerald Dragon and Tiger the Dark, though I might be the only one who remembers that. Referee is counting. We have a 20 count in the AWL. We might be using all of it. And another clamp on the Boople Snoot. Wait a minute. Snapdragon! Snapdragon for the 1, 2. No! Kick out after the Snapdragon. But Emerald Dragon going up. Elbow drop from the top. And the referee says that is enough. Yokai, Butai, and the Emerald Dragon win the match by pinning the mentor, the sensei, the teacher of the AWL Grand Champion, but not the Grand Champion himself. Though it will be a win for the Dragon, the Kitsune, and the Tanuki, and it will be a loss for the Tigers in the official records. We await the announcement of the Grand Championship match. But tonight, it's all about the spirits of Yokai, Butai. Twice these two have wrestled in the last 2 weeks, and twice it has been a 10-minute time limit draw. Well, not tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with no time limit, and there must be a winner. Introducing first, making her way from Tokyo, Japan, Wakazaki,
in this match, it can only end by pinfall, submission, or knockout. There's no time limit, there are no countouts, and there are no disqualifications. Falls are only legal inside the ring. Pinfall, submission, knockout in the ring only. Other than that, it is anything goes. I believe this is the first must-be-a-winners match in either woman's career. So we'll see if they can take advantage of that rule set.
And her opponent, making her whistling from the strong top, the AWL Hontai, Sakai, Reina.
This is Sakai Reina's 8th match in the AWL, not counting time limit draws. She is 3-4 in her career, ratio of -1, which only puts her one behind Wakazaki at 4-6, ratio of -2. So Wakazaki a little more experienced in main roster competition. But they are neck and neck in the win-loss rankings. In fact, they will swap positions. If Wakazaki picks up the win tonight against the Giantess, they've already got 20 minutes in the ring together. So these two know each other, which means they're going to have to go deep into their playbook, or they're going to have to try something new in order to countermand their opponents. And ladies and gentlemen, I have been told that this match will continue as long as necessary, and the AWL Intercontinental Championship main event, both competitors have been told to stand by. That the champion and challenger have been told that their match is next in the main event, and that could happen at any time. It could happen in the next 5 minutes, it could happen in the next 2 minutes, it could happen in the next 20 minutes, it could happen, about 30:30 Thursday, I don't know, because there's no time limit. And immediately we're going outside, and Wakazaki, the first to go for a weapon, and she picks out a ladder. Now I know that Dragon in the AWL dojo does teach weapon techniques. He teaches ladder match strategy in a specialty class. And look at that! Straight into the ladder! Or maybe I think she missed it, but by a millimeter. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with that headlock, that head scissor takedown. Enzigiri by Wakazaki, the Puroresu prodigy, the youngest wrestler ever signed to the Animated Wrestling League, only 16 years of age, just barely legal to wrestle in Japan. And we just put her in a match where weapons are legal and encouraged. Back into the ring, going under the middle rope, under the red rope. Wakazaki Eye with all the power in the world, all the techniques, all the skill. Almost a Harley race knee lift there. As she goes up, Wakazaki Eye can fly just as well as anybody else. Oh, double stomp! Using every ounce of her body weight, forcing it right into the stomach of the giantess. That's how you compensate for being smaller than your opponent. Focus all of your weight, focus all of your energy into one spot. Be the scalpel, not the sledgehammer, and that's what Wakazaki Eye is trying to do here. That's good strategy. Sakai Reina is going to look to overpower her opponent just like that, with an overpower slam. Sakai Reina looking for the submission here with the abdominal stretch. Oh, look at that. Can she get it? Yes, she can. She's up and down to that steamboat takedown. Okay, I'm just enjoying this match. We've been watching these two beat the living crap out of each other. Let's say beat the living hell out of each other for the last fortnight. And now we're finally going to end this. And you've got to think that whoever comes out on top of this, they're in the conversation the next time we have a fight for 4 to determine the next challenger. In fact, there's a couple of holes. Wait a minute. Shades of Toyota Minami. The Japanese Ocean Cyclone Suplex. Only getting a 2 count on this exchange. Probably the difference between the bridge and the cover. Another women's wrestling chant. And look at that, just the upper arm of Sakai. Oh no, Sakai Reina, no, she's not thinking of flying. But wait, Shinai! Oh! The kendo stick, the Shinai, as it is better known. It's not a Singapore cane. It's the Shinai. It's bamboo wrapped in twine. Hard as a freaking rock. It's all legal when there must be a winner. Over the top. With a bit of an overdrive. Wakazaki Eye shown she has learned her lessons at the AWL dojo very, very well. This is also an important match for Sakai Reina's faction. Zaidan J, the Japan Foundation, the J Foundation. Currently, they have nobody in the AWL Best 4 in any division. If they want any chance of Golden Glory this season, they need Sakai Reina to get into that Joshi top 4, that pool of challengers. You don't necessarily have to be the #1 rank to make the challenge here. A roll back into the cover for the 1, 2, just barely 2.5 kick out by Sakai Reina. Right now in the singles division of the Best 4, the Joshi division, it is Dragoness and Emily Nagasaki. We are looking for a rank 3 and a rank 4. Frankly, this match could determine either of those at this point. We will await the AWL Commissioner's judgment following the conclusion of this match. Going up for the power slam, drops down those knee pads. There's a reason we require those. The Animated Wrestling League looking out for the safety of our competitors as best we are able. Going up, huge splash from the Giantess, and no energy in the kick out until the last possible second. 2.8, I think. 2.8, 2.85, something like that. Wakazaki Eye regaining her senses, but Sakai Reina takes advantage. Ooh! Atomic drop, and that hurts no matter your genital configuration. Boom! Big ass power slam. And wait a minute, that Shinai coming back to haunt. No, she rolls away from it. Knocks it out of the hands of her opponent. She's gonna go. Wait, no. What is she doing? What is she doing? Pedigree. Wakazaki Eye at the pedigree. I've never seen her do that before. Always showing depth, always showing skill, always showing advancement in her craft. DDT, the power. Unexpected power and technique. Amazing ability. Rolls her opponent in, once again shoots the half. Can Sakai Reina save herself this time? 1, 2, she cannot! Wakazaki Eye finally defeats Sakai Reina. There must be a winner, there is a winner, and it is the Puroresu Prodigy, the 16-year-old wrestling savant. Look at that, a pedigree out of absolutely nowhere. Never seen her do that move before. Follows up with a DDT, rolls her opponent into the ring, and has enough time to shoot the half, get into a perfect cover, great hook of the leg, with a 1, 2, 3.
Here's the winner, Wakazaki Eye!
Congratulations to our JK Superstar. Main event, ladies and gentlemen, you can see it on with your own eyes. Let's get it on.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission or knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship.
One week ago, this man challenged, well, I say man, this entity challenged for the AWL Grand Championship. He was ruled as having been knocked out by the Black Tiger Bomb, vehemently disagreeing with the ruling of the official in that match. I don't want to draw conclusions, but there's a possibility that anger was expressed. We have a new referee tonight, a different championship. Chiba Akagi has vowed to only defend his title against non-human wrestlers. So far he has defeated every other member of the Pit, and he has won the title from and defeated another member of Yokai Butai. Tonight, the final title defense, the 5th and final. If Chiba Akagi wins this, he, not the Emerald Dragon, will be the next challenger for the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship. But he's got to get through the most powerful demonic force in all of professional wrestling. The man many call the final boss of the AWL, Ganba, Hisshi. A man battling his own demons. But doing so with the help of his friends. They are indeed super guys, but they're going to have to be more than super. They're going to have to be ultra. They're going to have to be plus ultra in order to overcome the forces of hell itself. Chiba Akagi, 4, as you can see on the side plates of that belt, 4 title defenses, 1 more. It will be a complete Intercontinental Championship. The Scion of Submission. He has cashed in the Intercontinental Championship before. He has beaten a monster to become Grand Champion. He is the real deal, but this is the biggest test he has ever faced. This is for the AWL Intercontinental Championship. This is for a shot at the Grand Championship. Let's go to ringside for official introduction. Oh, damn it. Not from you. He wasn't robbed, he got knocked out.
And his opponent is the reigning defending Amateur Wrestling League Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, making his final title defense. Fighting out of Yokohama, Japan, representing and accompanied by Ningen Damashi, the Scion of Superstition, Chiba, Akagi. This is an officially sanctioned Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Baganush Hana in charge.
Her name is Hana, but okay, you just saw what you just heard what Gisei said, right? That wasn't Ganba Hisshi Dark. That was the demon Gisei at ringside. I think the pit just confessed to attacking the referee who ruled Ganba Hisshi Dark knocked out. Okay, all right, we gotta investigate this. That was an attack. I think what we just heard was a confession, ladies and gentlemen, but we can't talk about that right now. We gotta focus on the Intercontinental Championship, the match happening right in front of our eyes, right here, right now, in your main event here in the AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan, sold out yet again. The fans are rocking for this! They say that styles make matches, and in this match, it's going to be whoever wrestles their style of match, and right now, it's Ganba Hisshi Dark with a powerhouse, with a power wrestling for the one. If Chiba Akagi can keep this on the ground, if Chiba Akagi can keep this as a grappling match, as a submission, wait a minute! A submission attempt by Ganba Hisshi Dark. The champion having to go to the ropes. A little bit of professional pride may be hurt by that. Submission wrestlers like to, or they prefer to counter wrestle, to counter hold their way out of a submission. But if you have to go to the ropes, sometimes that's seen as a little bit desperate, a little bit dishonorable even. But it's well within the rules here in an AWL title match. Remember, 20 count on the outside, 30-minute time limit, champion's advantage, title changes hands on pinfall, submission, or knockout only. Chiba Akagi is a multi-time AWL Intercontinental Champion. He is the 39th champion right now. He won that back on episode 406 of the AWL Hontai program. And it's 413, so he's been a fighting champion. 7 weeks and 4 title defenses. That's a pretty good clip. That, of course, includes a successful defense at Champions Week against Sombo no Yaiba of the Pit. Collar and elbow rejected by Ganba Hisshi Dark. Now, wait a minute, Gisei getting involved now. That's not kosher. The referee, and this is again a new referee. That could be anything. And if you're wondering, Hisshi in Japanese, it means frantic or inevitable. Frantic, desperate, inevitable. And that is what Ganba Hisshi Dark became. He used to be a human being. He made his contract with the dark side to originally to defend the AWL from the forces of evil, but he who fights monsters can become a monster, and that's what happened. The Ganba, the Japanese megastar that I knew and called friend, was subsumed by the darkness. He got to like it. He got to crave it. And now looking to fly on the wings of the devil to the AWL Intercontinental Championship, which would incidentally make him an AWL Grand Slam champion. He's already held the AWL Grand Championship. He's held the AWL World Tag Team titles, and he's a multi-time Oshogatsu Taikai champion. He needs only a contender's title to become a Grand Slam champion. 1, 2. So Ganba Hisshi Dark fighting for his legacy, fighting to become, in the rarefied air, the Grand Slam champion. Chiba Akagi looking for an AWL Grand Championship opportunity of his own. He is a Triple Crown champion in the AWL. He has held the world title, he's held the Intercontinental title, and he's a former Oshogatsu Taikai winner as well. Never held tag team gold in the Animated Wrestling League as Chiba Akagi. Multiple knees to the midsection. He's known as a submission artist. He's a scion of submission, we call him. But he's not a one-trick pony. Many people underestimate Chiba Akagi. I can tell you right now, he's going for the Manji. No, he's not. Not going for the Manji. Got him. He's looking to steal the move. Akamado, Tsubasa, Tenshino, Tsubasa, the wings of an angel. 1, 2, down up. And the 2018 Oshogatsu Taikai champion comes within a millimeter of beating the 3-time Oshogatsu Taikai champion with his own finishing maneuver. Tries for a submission, doesn't get it, has to retreat to the outside. And he's willing to take the fight to the challenger out here, and I think the ichor, the blood, the demonic ooze. Wait a minute. Steel chair from the deathmatch veteran. Hana Baba Ganoush of the... Yep. 5 minutes have elapsed. Both men busted open now. The winner of this match will definitely have earned it one way or the other. The rest of Ningen Damashi, it goes against the code of the human soul to win by cheating. But I can't help but point out a disqualification would keep the title with the challenger and would mean... wait a minute, Satoshi Togo going out into the arena there. I think he just borrowed a swig of a drink from one of the fans. That's still legal around here. And wait a minute, oh no, we've seen this before. The neck break pile driver, because he just does not care about the safety of his opponent. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Irish whip into the corner. And we've seen him go for the wings of the devil from this position, and he will do so right here, right now. Akama no Tsubasa! And this time the knockout in the favor of Ganba Hisshi Dark. And we have a new Intercontinental Champion, Chiba Akagi. The human soul falls at the final hurdle. And we're going to have to listen to that damn demonic announcer again, aren't we? This is not good. No evil deed goes unrewarded. Ganba Hisshi Dark is your champion. Korede Kimarida.